First of all, how's your son doing?
He's doing very well. He has some angels with him that morning, so glad he's fully recovering. Didn't have any major injuries, so that's all we can pray for.
What's that phone call like early in the morning?
It was it was devastating. Well, it was because usually I wake up at 4:30 and I go to the Tesla app to see if he's heading home or if he's at the gym. So his car is at the gym, so I continue my workout. And my daughter said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, obviously I'm working out." And she said, "You haven't heard your son just got an accident at the gym?" There's like, "No, he's at the hospital." So I just stopped everything and ran over there and then was like, "What the hell's going on? Like, was it his car? What's going on?" And then I realized that the app actually malfunctioned, and I found that out a couple of days later when he started waking up and off the drugs. But my thing was making sure there was no broken limbs, there was no burns, and lucky for him, trapped inside of a car for so long, it's luckily there was bystanders that heard the crash that early in the morning that got him out.
But they had to put him in a coma?
Yeah, because he was a little stronger than they thought, and he was waking up, going crazy. So they put him in an induced coma
Wow.
just to get the air. I guess was it Sid? They were getting the smoke and all of that out of
Yeah.
his.
Okay.
So I guess he was in a car. It looked like about 10, 12 minutes
Just inhaling that.
just inhaling that. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to hear. And he's still going to USC?
of course.
Okay.
And he did. His sense of humor was still there when he was waking up, and he asked, "Where is he?" And was like, "Oh, you're at the UCLA hospital." And he wrote, "Tell Muss I'm sorry that I'm at UCLA." I'm like, "Not right now. Not right now."
So, Coach Musselman.
Yes,
That's-
not right now. Not with the jokes right now. We're still a little scared.
okay. You got to see the documentary.
Uh,
What stood out to you?
uh, I thought it was. I personally thought it was. It was done good.
Well, explain how they came up with the idea that they're going to do a documentary called Untold Shooting Guards and the double meaning.
Well, that's a great title. I'm not even gonna lie. Just for everything that went on. But at first I wanted to tell this story to get the real story out there. But I never wanted to tell it without Javaris' side.
Okay.